Greeting to all the students. Welcome to Global Online. And here we are back with our NTA UGC-NET Paper 1 preparation for 2022 batch. Actually, the classes are live classes are conducted from Monday to Saturday, that is at 9 p.m. But due to some technical glitch, this lecture was pending. So I thought I'll just, wind up with this one series of lecture. So we are into the unit called as Research Aptitude, and this is the crash course MCQ series which we have launched. And this is the second cycle in which we have the fifth lecture of Research Aptitude. So yes, let's quickly get ahead. Now, as you all are aware that Global Online has brought up a crash course, for complete crash course for your paper 1. And the new batch will be starting from 20th of June today. That is from new live at 9 p.m. You'll be having a new batch starting with a new concept. What is there in paper 1? What do we offer per paper 1? That is daily live lectures. We have notes on all the topics. We have last 10-year question papers, solved question papers, test series, which will be consisting of more than 2,500 MCQs. You can get this on Global Online, as well as you can get on you can ping us on the WhatsApp number. The actual fees is 3,500, but till today, that is today, we have up to today, we have an offer of where 20% discount is going on. If you go on Global Online app, you have to first download the app with the help of the Google Play Store. Once you download the app, you can register yourself with the registered mobile number, and then you get such interface where you can select course 1, that is paper 1 course. And once you have made the payment and the necessary things are done, you get into the content part, where we have aligned all the folders unit wise, and every folder consists of theory lectures, MCQ lectures, notes, mock test, as well as evaluation test. And evaluation test is basically so that you get in practice of every unit on a daily basis. And now the evaluation test is RA009. So you can go and check out and you can get it solved. Paper 2 also we have notes as well as MCQs available. The list of paper 2s is reflected on the screen. Here also you have 20% off going on till today, that is 20th of June. The total fees is 1,500, on which you can get a 20% discount. Related to this research aptitude, yes, you have totally 5 questions, out of which you have, for 5 questions, you have 10 marks. So every question carries 2 marks. And you have the following syllabus for research aptitude, where you have research, that is the methods of research, the meaning types, positivism, post-positivist approach. You have methods, you have steps, you have thesis and article writing, application of ICT in research, as well as you have research ethics. Now, best luck to everyone, as we are going to conduct 15 questions. So ensure that all questions are correct, and you are posting your whatever score you get, you can post, so that we can understand how many of them have attempted and what is the highest score. So here comes your question number 1. Spotting gaps in research literature is a chief way of identifying research questions. In this context, spotting gaps in the literature refers to what? So it is basically called as what? Is it called as the identifying areas and under researched areas, recognizing the gap between two researcher background, identifying the inconsistent findings in the area of research, or it is recognizing the gap in the research characteristics, recognizing the gap in the characteristics of sample and population? So which two options, okay, indicates that there is a spotting gap in research? So you can put your answers across, so you will get to know that whatever efforts you have planned, okay, or done, how much amount of preparation still you need for this particular topic. So yes, let's see. The spotting gaps in research basically refers to what? So spotting gap basically refers to identifying the under research areas which have not been researched, and yes, inconsistent findings. Recognizing the gap between two researcher backgrounds is not into consideration. Recognizing the gap in the characteristics of sample and population is not the concern. The concern, or the gaps, are basically about the under research areas and the inconsistent findings. Then we have the next question is, according to the open paradigm, we have used this word paradigm again and again. So it means that according to the pattern of research, which of the sequence is followed by the researcher. So it tells you that theory, generation of hypothesis, data collection, data analysis, results, hypothesis, confirmation or rejection, or revision of the theory. This concept of the way of conceptualization of research is based on which of the following approach. So they have given you the approach stating the theory, starting with the theory and the revision of the theory. So you have to tell whether it is an inductive approach, whether it is a deductive approach, whether it's a qualitative approach, or whether it is the interpretative approach. So which of the approach is indicated by the given pattern. So you can keep your answers ready as we are going to discuss, the answer. So before we'll come to the answer. So this is theory. When you start with theory, coming to the hypothesis, confirmation and rejection, and going for a revision of a theory, it is your deductive approach. So let's have a look at both the approaches. So when we talk about deductive approach, it's called as a top-down approach, where it starts with the theory, where it comes with the hypothesis framing, then observing, and based on the observation, whether it is accepted or rejected. But if you go with the deductive approach, that is bottom-up approach, where you start with an observation pattern, then you frame a tentative hypothesis, and based on that, you come with a theory. So deductive approach basically has a rule of general to specific, or you can say general to specific or particular. Whereas if you have an inductive approach, you go with a particular example or an activity to a generalized rule. So this is very important. In every cycle approaches, you definitely get questions. So you should be prepared for that. Okay. Then coming to question number 3, everyone, the research that is based on naturalism. So when any research which is based on naturalism, that is naturalism in the form of natural research, you can say, will be what? Is it a field research, descriptive research, or a casual research, or a non-research? So which type of research is based on naturalism? So yes, coming to the answer and keeping your answers ready and coming to the answer. So the one which is based on naturalism is called as what? Is called as the field research. Okay, field research, where you go, where you observe, where you understand the things, and according to that, your research is framed. So it is called as what? It is called as field research. Coming to question number 4. Which research refers to scientific study and seek a practical solution to a problem. So they have given us a scenario. The scenario is that it is, it refers to a scientific study. So there is a scientific study. It means logically, systematically coming to a solution, and that is to seek a practical solution to a given problem. So it is indicated as what? Is it indicated as basic research? Is it indicated as applied research, or experimental research, or descriptive research? So what exactly it is? So yes, the one which is refers to a scientific study and bringing a practical solution is called as an applied research. So applied research is the one which refers to scientific study, researching scientifically and coming to the solution of the practical problem. So it is basically in that sense. So the right answer is applied research. Now, research which is used to solve the instant problems. Okay, so do you have instant problems? They have given you an example. The instant problems are basically refers to education. So this is just to confuse you that okay, they just want you to overthink. But the question is very basic, that research which is helped to solve the problems instantly. So what it will be called as? So it is a descriptive research, or an action research, or a casual research, or an experimental research. So it is indicated as what? So the one which helps to solve the problem instantly is called as what? Yes, it is called as an action research, an immediate. So instant is nothing but immediate, and that's what we have defined a action research. So question number 5, the instant problems which are solved is called as action research. Now, a positive correlation is present when? So there is a positive correlation in which situation, or which given option? When two variables move in the opposite direction, when the two variables move in the same direction, when one variable goes up and the other seems never changing. So which of the given option will be accepted? So let's see. Yes, a positive correlation is present when when the two variables move in the same direction. So yes, now just see a positive, see there are a positive correlation exists when two variables moves in the same direction as one another. So this relation has, like for example, a person's age, the age increases, the number of wrinkle increases. So if it is a negative relation, it means they are moving in an opposite direction. Okay, so please make sure, because this is a recent cycle question only, university question. So you should be able to understand. So maybe the question is twisted and different form of question comes. So I have here, for your understanding, I have given, it's a negative correlation in which that opposite, it means one increases, other decreases. So that's how, it goes. So like, for example, the height above the sea level and the temperature. So as one climbs the mountain, increase in the height, the temperature gets, colder and colder. That is, it gets colder, that is decrease in the temperature. Okay. Now, question 7, which research strategy is described here? So they have given a strategy. You have to understand the strategy. Theory is developed from data generated by series of observation or interviews. So it is involving an inductive approach. So it will be called as what? Is it an ethnographic research, or it is a grounded research, theory research, or an action research, or an experimental research? So they have given this theory is developed from the data which is generated by series of observation. So it is principally, it will be called as what? So yes, it is generated by series of observation. So inductive, it means, everything is from the scratch. That's how, where we based on the observation, we derive a pattern, we frame a hypothesis, and then we come to a generalization. So that is called as what? It is called as grounded theory. Okay. Now, what is a research describing developmental changes in individuals? So like, for example, they have given an example, and based on that, you have to identify the research. What is a research which is describing developmental changes in individuals by studying the same group at different age levels? I hope you are reading the question very correctly. Developmental changes is the key word. At the studying the same group at different age levels. So whether it is developmental study, whether it is trend, whether it is longitudinal, or whether it is cross sectional. So it is indicated as what? So here, yes, what is a research which describe developmental changes in individual by studying the same group at different age levels? So like for 10, 20, the age level is 10, the age level is 20, age level is 30. So yes, so it is called as what? See, if you see, that's the reason I stressed on the word different age level, age. So even if it is 5, 10, 15, 20, so it is elongated period. So it is called as what? Longitudinal growth study. Okay, fine. Question number 9. Which form of reasoning is a process of, drawing a specific conclusion from a set of premises? So here again, they have given an approach question, but in a different way. So you are drawing a specific conclusion, specific. Okay, so from a set of premises. So whether it will be objective, positivistic, inductive, or deductive. So which of the reasoning it will be called as? And I hope 100% your answer should be right, because till now you have understood this concept very well. So there should be no chance of getting it, wrong. So yes, it is something that from, which comes with a specific conclusion, a particular conclusion. It will be called as what? Your deductive reasoning. Okay. Now, so that's what we studied earlier also. So specific to general, which includes your inductive, but from a general rule to specific, it is called as what? Your deductive reasoning. Now, which of the following is the first step in research process? So if you're talking about the steps of research, so which is the following? To explore the source of information, to survey of related literature, identification of a problem, or finding a solution to the problem. So which indicates, the first step. So here sometimes the students go wrong. So be careful. So if you are starting a research, okay, you want to do research. In research, what will be your first very basic step? So yes, so these are the steps where we formulate a research, where we do a survey, literature survey, where we have formulate the hypothesis, we prepare the research design, a collection of data happens, there is analysis of data, or interpret and reporting happens. So in that sense, from the given question, identifying a problem. Without this, you definitely cannot go ahead, or you cannot do your research. So identification of a problem is what? It is called as the, basically, it is known as what? It is known as the first step of research. Okay. Now, a statistical measure which is based on, I purposely keep on adding this question on daily basis so that you people get in habit of so I'm extremely sorry, you people get in habit of doing it, correctly in all the forms. So statistical measure based on the entire population is called parameter. Okay, so population is called parameter. So what will be the sample called as? Whether it will be called as parameter, whether it will be called as inferences, whether it will be called as statistics, or none of the above. So yes, so from the given list, the right answer is yes, very good. So 100% I know the students will come right with this answer, that is statistics. So when we talk about the measurement, if it is population, it is related to parameter. If it is sample, it is related to statistics. So this is how we have already understood. So parameter indicates population, statistics indicates sample. When you have a device or a material, we call it a sample frame. And when you have a roadmap of methodology, it is called a sample design. Okay. Now, here again, students make a lot of confusion, but read it. I have taken the same question in different form. The options were different. Now the options are different. In random sampling, the probability of selecting an item. So you have a random sampling. So like, for example, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From this, you have to pick up a sample randomly. So what is the probability of getting the sample selected, whether it is unknown, whether it is non-zero, undecided, or 1? So yes, it is, it is something, it means that definitely some or other will be picked up. So the probability is non-zero. Okay, because I mean to say there will be there, but it is every sample has an option of getting selected. So we call it as what? It is called as non-zero. Okay. Now, workshops are meant for what? So like, for example, whether workshops gives lectures, they have a target of multiple groups, they showcase new theories, or they have hands-on experience. So what is workshop meant for? So basically workshop is meant for what? It gives on what? It gives on hands-on experience, or it, takes hands-on training or hands-on experience. So workshop is basically for hands-on experience. Now, in the purposive method of sampling, so purposive, so you have studied this sampling very well. Last week only we did division on probability and non-probability sampling. So they're not asking you what, they just have limited one question, that in the purposive method, items are selected according to what? Law of certainty, law of probability, a personal judgment, or none of above. So when you know purposive method, what is purposive method, which we have done, so you'll be able to understand this option very correctly. So when we talk about the purposive method, it is basically called as what? A personal judgment. So you have a purpose, and on the basis of the purpose, you make a personal judgment. So in a purposive method of sampling, the items are selected as per the judgment, personal judgment. Now, a researcher wants to do a survey on the drug users. So which type of sample techniques can be used by him? So whether it is sequential, whether it is a snowball, whether it is quota, or whether it is convenience. See, drugs here is not, that actual drugs, okay? It's not medicine. So if you want to find out the information of the drug users, which is definitely not, it will be disclosed very openly. So in what sense you can do this, collect the information? Definitely you can collect it with the help of the various networks. Okay, so that networking is nothing but it is called as what? The snowball sampling. Okay, yes. So that's how we have 15 question done. Now today evening, we 9 p.m. will be having a live class again. So we will be having a new unit and new concepts. So just don't forget to ensure that you are attending the live class, like, share definitely, and keep your preparation on. Very soon the dates will be out. Exact information is not available still, but yes, soon the examinations will be there, and you definitely have to crack your attempt. So your practice, your consistency is important. So keep on, do not give a break for your preparation. Keep on practicing things very well, and definitely you should, with your hard work, able to crack your examination. Thank you.